I just want to talk to you real quick. If you are a leader and your people are not doing what you want them to do, if you are a leader and your people are not doing what you want them to do, it's your fault. It's just your fault. You got to start looking at first, have you trained these people to do what you want them to do? Have you set the standard? Do they know what the expectations are? So are you doing what you need to do as a leader as far as getting results, as far as improving, as far as communicating effectively? Do people know what the expectations are? Have you clearly identified what it is that needs to happen, by when? Do people know what the expectations are? Do they know what to do? Have they been trained how to do it? So I am amazed at the number of businesses that I go to now, or I called a place this morning, and the young lady acted like she was doing me a favor by answering the phone. Her attitude was horrible. And I just think about, who trained this young lady? And does this young lady know that if the phone doesn't ring, if people don't come into the establishment, this place would not even exist? That these businesses are open because they have customers. That it's not because somebody hired them. Somebody hired them because they have customers. And they have customers, and that's why they're able to stay open. But this young lady couldn't get paid unless they had customers. But obviously she didn't know that. And I'm seeing this more and more with businesses that employees have not been trained effectively. They don't understand the process. They don't understand how they get paid, or they're not thinking that if I mistreat this customer, or if we mistreat enough customers, this business is going to shut down. I don't care how many millions of dollars a business is making. If you mistreat a customer, and people are so social media heavy, until if you mistreat a customer and they post it on social media, and you just think if the average person has 500 friends and that person shares it, which we like to share bad news, right? So the average person shares it to 9 people, share it out of those 500 people. How quickly one bad experience could tarnish our business. But anyway, employees need to know what the expectations are. They need to know how to behave. They need to know what is expected of them, what they should be doing every single day, how their attitude should be. And I know some of this is like common sense, but we still have to tell people. We still have to train people on customer service. We still have to train people on their job. And I am seeing more and more as I talk to leaders who are bombarded and overloaded with their own work, that they are having to drop people into positions and walk away and let people figure it out. And I think that's interesting, because a lot of people can be put into a position and figure it out, right? They could just figure it out through errors, mistakes, failures, and all that. But most people cannot figure it out without some leadership. And so as a leader, we have to, and that, it can look different ways, right? We can do training videos. We can create a training manual. We can do different things to help with this. But just know that people have to know what to do. People have to know what the expectation is. People have to be told, more than likely, more than one time, what to do and how to do it and what the expectation is. And we have to do it as leaders with good attitudes. We have to show up every single day producing results. We have to show up every single day working, showing up early, leaving late as leaders, so that employees know what the expectation is, what the standard is. And maybe they don't come in early and leave late, but at least they're in their chair working at 8 o'clock and they're staying until 5 o'clock instead of leaving at 4:50, sign off on the computer at 4:45, and we lose that time they should be working. So just think about this today. If you are not getting the results that you want as a leader, and I don't care if you got 2 people working for you or 1,000 people working for you or more, if you are not getting the results that you want as a leader in the company, it is your fault. And it is something that has happened somewhere along the way. Either if you got people under you, leaders underneath you, it's you hired the wrong leader underneath you. Or if it's you're a leader and you got employees under you, then it's you hired the wrong employee. And sometimes one bad apple will spoil the whole bunch. So we got to be looking as leaders. If things are not working like we want them to work, we got to look at ourselves first. Like, what in me is wrong that I need to change, that I need to be working on, that I need to improve? And most leaders need a full personal development program to change their life first. And they need to have a professional development plan where they're working with their people so they know, okay, this is what I'm expecting. My people know what the expectation is. I'm telling them over and over again, this is the expectation. You're telling them over and over again, you're training them on what they should be doing. And you've given them these job aids so they know what to do. You have a good attitude while you're doing it. You're patient with your people. You're giving feedback. It is important that we realize that we cannot keep blaming our people because they're not doing what we want them to do. In a lot of cases, they don't even know what they're supposed to be doing. They've been dropped into a position because of somebody resigned, staffing changes, different things happening, and they're left to figure it out. But it's wrong when we're upset with them because they're not doing what we want them to do. They don't even know. They don't even know what they're supposed to do. And common sense is not all that common. We got to make sure that we're setting a standard, that we're telling people over and over again, in creative ways sometimes, what is the expectation, what they should be doing. So just something to be thinking about today. If you are a leader, if you're not getting the results that you want, start with yourself and then go to your organization and look at training. Look at, if you got training material, whatever it is, what can you do to help your people do their job better and make sure they know what their job is and what they're supposed to be doing each day.